Hey guys, welcome back to another Clash Royale video. Today we're going to be talking about the big new December update that was supposed to come out today, but did end up being delayed till tomorrow. I guess they ended up finding like a massive bug at the very last minute that delayed the whole update, but I want to give you guys all of the information about everything coming in the new update, that at the end of the video, I will share with you guys my opinion about the update itself. But first things first, I want to talk to you guys about the new cards coming into the game, as I'm sure that is the new feature that you guys are most excited about. So there's two new cards, one rare card, one epic card. The rare card is the Zappies, and the epic card is the Hunter. I do have some screenshots of some gameplay teasers to share with you guys. Unfortunately, I don't have any gameplay footage itself, so we will have to wait for the update to roll out tomorrow before they can see them actually in action. But the Zappies, the rare card, appears to spawn out three almost miniature Sparkies that each have a short range attack. If I was guessing, I would say it'd probably be a pretty low damage attack with the Zap effect or the stun effect of the Zappies and the Electro Wizard. I would say they'd probably be pretty strong on defense if you have three Zappies down, each attacking and stunning their target. Not too sure how much health they will end up having, but I'd probably guess they would die to Fireball, Log, and Arrows, but not Zaspel, but that is just pure speculation on my part. Now the next card, which will be that epic card, the Hunter, is another mid-range splash damage unit, but it's unique in the fact that it does more damage up close and less damage at range. Now based off of the screenshot teaser we have right here, it shoots out multiple projectiles, kind of like a shotgun right in front of it. Not too sure if the projectiles will end up going through turrets. For example, if they have a giant in front of their goblins, if a hunter shoots the giant, will the projectiles damage the goblins behind it, or will it be stopped by the giant itself? Not too sure. I guess we will find out tomorrow when the update hits, but I want to hear from you guys. What do you think about these two new cards coming into the game? Do you think they will be strong? Do you think they'll be in the meta? Personally, I feel like the Zappies will be really strong on defense. The Hunter, not 100% sure just yet how I feel about him. I feel like the Executioner is a very strong splash damage unit that hits both ground units and air units. So it's going to be pretty hard for that role to be filled by the Hunter, but I want to hear from you guys. What do you think about the new cards in the comment section down below? Now, in terms of how to unlock these new cards, I did find a screenshot on Twitter floating around somewhere. I'll go ahead and show it on screen if I can manage to find it, but it appears there is a new draft challenge coming out either day one of update or this weekend or sometime in the future. Hopefully, fingers crossed, not 100% sure on that, but it appears the draft challenge will have the new Hunter epic card as the final reward tier. If I had to guess, I would say the rare cards, the Zappies, would unlock somewhere about halfway through the challenge, with the epic card, the Hunter, being the final reward. But moving on here, let's go ahead and talk about the rest of the stuff coming out in this new update besides just the two new cards. So I'm going to go ahead here and pull up the update release notes over here, the most electrifying update yet. So first and foremost, we have one new arena, which is the Electro Valley, which is at 3,400 trophies, halfway between Hog Mountain and Legendary Arena, which is where I would have guessed it would be, because there was 800 trophies separating Hog Mountain and Legendary Arena. Now, the actual arena itself looks super cool. I can't wait to try it out tomorrow when the update hits. But the cool thing is, what I'm really excited about is Legendary Arena rewards are now actually increased with this new update. I'm pretty happy that they decided to increase the rewards in Legendary Arena instead of just making Electro Valley halfway between Hog Mountain and Legendary Arena for rewards. Those of us that are in Legendary Arena will get more cards and more gold, etc. in all of our chests and stuff like that. So, moving on, we have the two new cards which we already talked about. The Zappies spawns out miniature Zap machines, and the Hunter, he deals a big damage up close, but not so much at range. So we'll kind of have to find out tomorrow what the big damage actually is. Will he be a tank killer and a small splash damage unit, or will he be more of a splash damage unit? We will find out tomorrow. So we have three new chests as well. A lightning chest, which allows you to replace card stacks of your choice up to 5 strikes. A pretty cool new idea. So apparently, like when you open up a chest, if you don't like the card that appears, you can go ahead and replace it with a different card up to 5 times in total, which will definitely help out getting the cards that you actually want from a chest. Now the fortune chest, this is the one that sounds the most interesting to me. I have no idea what it means, but all it says is get a glimpse of the future and see what your chest might contain. So that's pretty interesting to me. I'm not too sure, like, will it have epic cards, legendary cards? What will it have in there? But from the sounds of it, when you open up the chest, you get kind of like an idea as to what might be in there. Like maybe when you open the chest up, it'll say like 5 epics, 1 legendary, 10 rares, but it won't tell you what the cards actually are. I want to know from you guys, what do you think that fortune chest is? But moving on, the third and final chest is a new king chest slash legendary king's chest, which is a big chest with a focus on epic and legendary cards. So pretty interesting in that one, because we already had the super magical chest and the epic chest and the legendary chest, so now maybe all of them are combined into one massive King's chest and legendary King's chest. Now what it says here is pick up these new chests from quests and the shop. What it doesn't say is, will the shop always have these new chests in there, or will it be more of a special offer type of thing where the King's chest, the legendary chest, the lightning chest, the fortune chest only appear on a set rotation every so often in your shop, or are they always there to buy with gems? So kind of curious to know more about these new chests. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below, but I'm interested to see what the value will be with super magical chests versus stuff like the fortune chest and the new King's legendary chest. But moving on here, guys, we have 4 more things which apparently coming in December: Gold Rush, Gem Rush, special challenges, and a boost. Honestly, guys, all 4 of those things were already in the game, added in the October update, so I don't really technically count those as update features, because Gold Rush already in the game, Gem Rush already in there, we already have special challenges, and we already have boosts, so I kind of ignored that one right there. But we also have some pretty cool improvements to finish off the update. The daily gift quest is now always active, so that's the quest that you get where you log on every single day. Like, you get common cards one day, gems the next day, gold the next day, and rare cards the next day. That apparently will now always be active. Not too sure if it'll always take up a quest spot, or if it'll just be like a free bonus quest that you get every single day. Now we also have epic and legendary cards now appear in the shop more often at 4,000 plus trophies. Pretty excited about that one, although I don't really buy legendaries or epics in the shop because I don't really have the gold to do so. Now cards at max level are less likely to appear in the shop and fortune chests. So I'm pretty excited about that one, because it kind of sucks when you get a shop full of already maxed out cards. Now moving on here, we finally have support for large screen phones like iPhone 10 and Samsung Galaxy and stuff like that. So let's go ahead and finish off by talking about the balance updates that are coming in the update tomorrow. So first and foremost, we have ourselves a small nerf to the Hog Rider, which I know a lot of people in the community were hoping for. Not so myself. I'm pretty sad to see that, because I do use the Hog Rider fairly often. But the Hog Rider hit speed was reduced by 0.1 second, and the first attack comes 0.1 second slower. Just a small nerf. The Hog Rider will still be very strong in the meta, and one of the best options, I think, for free-to-play players for pushing on ladder, but just a small nerf to make him a little bit less effective. Now next we have the Knight getting a small hit speed nerf as well. Very happy to see this. I was one of those people that often consider the Knight one of the strongest cards in the game, especially on ladder. And I feel like a hit speed nerf is the best way to nerf him, because if you reduce his damage, it changes the interactions, and if you reduce his health, he no longer is a tank, which is what he's supposed to be. Now moving on, we have a buff to the Prince. Pretty surprised to see that one. It seems pretty random that the Prince, out of all other cards, got buffed, but maybe Giant Prince will come back into the meta. I just feel like there's a bunch of other cards that really aren't in the meta that could have used buffs as well. Just surprising to see the Prince made the list and not some of the other cards. Now this next one here, I'm so happy about. Spells now do 5% less damage to towers. I can't describe how happy I am to see this change in the game, especially recently with the new rise of all these spell cycle decks. Hopefully, defending and rocket cycle would no longer be a strategy that is viable. But moving on here, we have an Ice Golem nerf. Definitely okay with that one. I feel like a couple of cycle cards in the game were a bit too strong. Would have preferred to see stuff like Ice Spirit, Archers, stuff like that also get a small nerf as well, because I feel like just like cycle cards in general are just too strong. Skeleton Barrel added death damage. Doesn't say how much death damage was added, so we will have to wait for balance day tomorrow to see how effective that was. Giant Skeleton plus 5% hit points. Not sure if it's enough to bring the Giant Skeleton back into the meta, because for the most part, you're better off using like a Mega Knight or a P.E.K.K.A. in place of that Giant Skeleton, but maybe we'll see. Maybe we'll be surprised on update day. Next we have Guards, which is getting a pretty significant buff. 5% damage, 5% health, and a hit speed buff. I definitely predict Guards replacing Goblins in a lot of decks being used, especially with this next change right here, with Goblin damage being reduced by 6%, which is a huge hit to spell bait decks that use Goblin Gang, Goblin Barrel, and also spells like Rocket, which are also getting nerfed as well. And finally, we have ourselves a nerf to the Elixir Collector. Now, from what I've read online, on Twitter, on Reddit, etc., it appears like all spells would now give you at least an equal value trade versus the Elixir Collector. For example, Zaspel, I think, after the update, will take away at least 2 Elixir from the pump for a neutral trade. Same thing for like Fireball, I think actually takes away 5, but I could be wrong on that for at least an equal trade. Lightning Spell, before the update, the pump would still get 1 Elixir for a -1 trade, but after the update, the lightning spell will kill the pump outright for a neutral trade. And then finish off the balance update, we have 2 bugs being fixed. The Mortar bug as well as Infernal Dragon and Infernal Towers not resetting after a shield goes down. But that is it for the list of balance changes, guys. Let me know what you think about those balance changes in the comments down below. I'm definitely pretty happy with them. A bit sad about the Hog Rider nerf, but that is only because I do use the Hog Rider in a lot of my decks. I definitely feel like it was way too popular and maybe the nerf was justified, but as a Hog Rider user, I am definitely sad to see it. But if I had to be honest with you guys, I was kind of hoping for a couple other cards to get nerfed as well. Prime example is the Tornado spell. I definitely feel like the Tornado spell just offered way too much value for a 3 Elixir card. But let me know if you guys agree or disagree with any of that. But that is it for the update information, guys. We have a bunch of balance changes coming out tomorrow, as well as a new arena, 2 new cards, 3 new chests. Let me know which new feature you are most excited for. What would you want to see a video on first? New chest opening, new cards, new arena, or just overall new meta gameplay? I want to hear from you in that comment section down below. But overall, guys, just let me know how happy you are with this update. Were you hoping for more stuff like clan wars or tournament changes, or are you happy with new arena, new cards, new chests? Personally, I was kind of holding out a little bit of hope for a big new game-changing feature, like I think almost everyone else was. Something like clan wars or tournament changes, just something game-changing I was hoping for in this update. But I'm definitely happy with some new chests, some new cards as well, to keep us busy until the next update. But anyways, guys, that will be the end of the video. I know it was a pretty short one, but I just wanted to give you guys a quick overview of everything coming out in the new update. Honestly, I was kind of hoping today to do a video on the new update itself, but like I said before, it did end up being delayed till tomorrow. So hopefully I will see you guys tomorrow when the new update launches. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe for some more Clash Royale content. Thank you so much for watching, guys. We will see you in the next one.